it's an honor and a privilege, first of all, to be on Jashy TV. So I am a huge gamer. Been gaming for a long time. You can see me on PlayStation Network, DC Jones 881. You normally catch me in Madden, Warzone, NBA 2K. I'm pretty renowned in it. I got every game pretty much, but those is where you most likely will find me. So I'm just excited to be here with you, man, and hit it off running and see where the conversation leads to.
All right, all right. I'm excited too. So I think that for us to get started, just like tell me a little bit about how you got into games.
How I got in the game? Well, I have an older brother,
Mm.
Big Jace. I think that's one of his gamer names, Big Jace. He plays on Xbox. Um, he actually was really in the games more so than me, probably. I really only
Okay.
play. I love sporting games, RBI baseball, hit and run, double dribble. Uh, then I got into Alice Kid in Wonderland, Alice Kid Miracle Worlds, the Ninja, Sega Master System, Nintendo. Uh, I think they had Sega. It was Sega Master System first. Then it was Sega Genesis. You had Atari. I don't even know if y'all remember Neo Geo. They had a
Yeah.
system called Neo Geo. My boy Aaron, shout out to Aaron Ingram. He had the Neo Geo. We would spend the night at his house, stay up till 4 in the morning. He wasn't a gamer like that, but we would just be on his games all night long. So we go all the way back. Double dribble, arch rivals. Uh, what was that football game? Tecmo
Tecmo.
Bowl. There you go, Tecmo Bowl.
Hmm, hmm.
It goes all the way back. Probably 7, 8 years old, staying up, getting late night whoopings for sneaking on the game late at night.
Right.
Shout out to Alvin Broussard. Used to game with him. Big man Cuso. You know, Big Just. Man, I'm just a old school gamer. Ask about me in the Bay Area and you'll find out the answer. I've declined several Madden tournaments. That's not true, but but I like to say that I handle my business.
Okay. All right, man. Yeah, so you went way back, man. Yeah, I definitely remember Tecmo Bowl, man. I did spend.
That left right juke. It was that juke before it was really a juke.
Yeah, 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 man. And um Madden though, I used to play Madden in the late '90s as well. I can recall, playing Blitz. I played a lot of Blitz,
Was
man.
that the Ray Lewis cover Madden when you got into it?
I can't recall who was on the cover, man. I could look it up, but I'm not gonna do that
Shout
right
out to Big Ray Lewis. That's when he beat the case. Ray Lewis beat that case, and he put Madden on the map. But Madden been a prehistoric game, yeah.
now.
And
Yeah, yeah.
Blitz was a good game.
What game?
Blitz, you said?
Yeah, yeah. You didn't play Blitz?
Yeah, Blitz. That was like the NBA Jam version
Yeah, yeah,
of
yeah,
Madden. I mean,
yeah,
football. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I played a lot of NBA Jam too, man. I can recall, Horace Grant, man.
He's on fire.
Boom shakalaka. Can't buy a bucket, man. I can recall all of that, man. Man, I spent a lot of time. I remember when it was a Nintendo 64, when the Rumble Pack, in the memory card came out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I remember there being I don't remember which NBA Jam it was, but you can actually create a player, and I remember creating a player with like a wolf head, man. I had his stats all maxed out, man, and I'll go to my friend's house and just tear him
Thank
up, man, with my
That's back in
maxed
the
out
days
character.
when we had, remember Run TMC, Tim, Mitch, and Chris?
I don't know what
That's
that
the
is, man.
that's the Warriors, man. Remember Run TMC? That's when Tim Hardaway, Mitch Richmond, and Chris Mullin.
Ah, okay,
You could
okay.
get them three on NBA Jam and you just go to work.
Nah, I would always at that time I was using Magic, man, and the
Well,
Bulls,
well, that's kind of a cheat, You pull out Magic. That's like these people hacking today. That's
yeah,
where it began. You would get them cheat team. Any team with Michael Jordan on it was a cheat team because we all know he's the GOAT. Anybody out here talking about Kobe? I mean, shout out to Kobe,
yeah, yeah.
good guy. but he wasn't the GOAT. LeBron, nice player, but he's not the GOAT. This is how it started. People always get these hack players, maxed out players, and they wanted to exceed the rules of the game, man.
That was me with my created players, man.
Posting
Yeah,
up the stats, they got all. You had the weakest player in the world, got his created player all 99s.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, because now I'll be honest, man. Since I think the last football game I played, man, was like 2K2.
Mm.
And that was probably, what was that, on Dreamcast or something, man. And like I can't get into almost any sports games aside from I used to play Tiger Woods. I can't play live. I can't play 2K. I just can't play them, man. But they're like
Is it too
really
advanced?
popular.
What is,
Nah, man. Nah, there's no way it's too advanced, man.
I'm
It's
saying, what you just don't like it? What about it?
nah, it's just not exciting anymore for me.
Well,
And the games are always are the same. It
they
seems
are
like
the
they
same.
don't change.
Now, I will say the games are getting pretty much the same. It's getting watered down in that sense. But if you can get in a good league when you know people that you playing and you got an 82 game season, you're making trades and you're active like that, that's where you get into the fun side of it. When you playing with people that you know and you really competing to be the best in the game. And you're using real teams, like you're really running a team, you're making these trades to make it work for you. Like I give you an example. One year I had a team, I had the Clippers, and I ended up trading away Paul George because I wanted Joel Embiid, the big man. My style, I need a big man down low, and I need a nice small forward, two guard type player. So I was in this league. I met this guy. We had played Call of Duty together. He invited me to this league. Got in the league. Worked out a couple of trades, and we had a franchise where we was going year to year, kind of like Madden. Like you get these Madden leagues, that makes it more exciting. I'm not really into these my players and the program yet. I haven't tapped into that part of the sports world. But if you playing with people, I can see if you're not playing in an active league or anything and you just getting online, it does get repetitive. So
Okay, so you play seasons with actual people.
yeah, so it's like just like Madden, you might have. I'm gonna just give you an example. We might say I hit you up, and we got a couple of our people that we might know. We all get in the league. We got 28 different teams, 30 teams, however many teams it is. 30 different owners in one league, and you start season one, game one. You play your regular season just like you play it. A player may get hurt, a player may retire, but you just keep going year to year. And we update it with the every
Mhm.
year they come out, we just follow through with the same program. If somebody drop out the league, we add another person to the league. So it's kind of that makes it fun. Like in a sense, it's not just you playing a game one on one where it gets repetitive.
Mhm.
Playing different people, you got to strategize for the type of person you're playing. Because I'll tell you this, a lot of times you think you're really good in the game till you face somebody across the globe.
Yeah,
Like, oh man,
yeah.
like I get like in Madden, I haven't really. I stopped playing Madden because I was like you. I was like, man, it's getting weak. Like,
Mhm.
it ain't really competitive. You may update a player. You may
Mhm.
have a new rookie, and they get old. You like, man, I'm just playing against a computer. I could play Madden 2000 if I just want to play against a computer. There's no interaction.
Yeah.
You get in these leagues, man. You get in these leagues, and it open up a whole new world. You got experiences, you got trades, you actually got a salary cap that you're dealing with. You're dealing with, man. Even so, the thing in a live Madden league, and we talking about a league like
Mhm.
season one, game one to season five, championship game.
Like people play fantasy football. I used to
It's
play. Is
almost
it
like
kind of like
fantasy.
that, but you're
So
playing the game?
So there's two different types of leagues, right? So you have a league that's a standard league where you get everybody that's really on that team, right? So you
Mhm.
distribute, or
Okay.
you may if you maybe you get 25 friends together, right?
Okay.
Or maybe 10. Let's start with 10. Let's start with 10. Your or five. Your five friends that you have that you close with. So we might get me, you, King, Big Just, and Mancuso, right? We
Mm-hmm.
all together on the game, and we like, man, it's 32 teams in the league. So you go down your friends list and you just start shooting invites out, right? Because you done played Madden, right? Talking online with somebody. So y'all start a league. And then how it happens is now you determine, are we going to use the natural teams, right? So maybe I'm a Raider fan and I got David Carr or somebody, right? And say, oh, I want my Raiders, right? So you pick your team, whatever, and you rock with your team. Game one, but say you want Tom Brady, right? Well,
Mm-hmm.
Tom Brady, 43 years old. He gonna be good for that first season, but maybe after that first season, and what's crazy about it, the game goes how your player goes. So after the first season, let's say Tom Brady didn't have a good year, he may retire. Well, you still got that team in year two. Now you're looking for a
Okay.
quarterback, right? So it's like, oh man. So what's amazing about it is you have these real teams, real players, and you making trades. I'm calling you like we really on the phone. Hey, Jazz, man, what you want for Derrick Henry, right? Or what you want for? I'm gonna just use old school players from our day. What you want for Randy Moss, man?
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you a first round pick. You trading draft picks. You trading money. Then you gotta sign your players, right? So you gotta and you can offer them something small, right? Like I'll give you uh $1 million for 2 years, and they decline your offer. And if you don't sign that free agent, now you can come in and offer them something higher. So it's
Mm-hmm.
almost like a psyche game in that. So, man, the gaming of Madden, NBA 2K, all of it is on another level, especially when you get into these leagues. But like I said, man, you might think you're good until you run across that globe in another continent and you got somebody speaking Brazilian to you and they're saying, man, you weak. They say, muy caliente, he's on fire.
All right. Well, tell me, because it sounds like you have this experience. Tell me about like a time when you just knew you was finna just lay someone out, man. You knew you were gonna whoop them, and
So
they just destroyed you, like playing live or 2K or something.
So I don't lose. I'm a basketball player. I don't lose too
You
much.
know, okay, all right,
Not too much.
Madden then.
I will lose in basketball. I'm not gonna say I never lose, but I give you a run for your money in basketball. But I'm currently in a Madden league right now, man.
Yeah, you
I
getting
forget
spanked, huh?
the name of the league is called man, what is this league called, man? And what's crazy is I forgot to so we kind of set up a group me.
Okay.
So the
Mm-hmm.
league owner sets up a group me. It gives you a list of all the league managers, right? So
Mm-hmm.
this league is called EMG. Like right now, they're in the conference championships for the playoffs. Of course, my team didn't make the playoffs. I think we went like 7-11. No,
Okay.
7 and is it 16 games? So I went 7-9 or something like
So
that.
you lost 16 games.
I lost 9 games. I won 7.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. And this is
You know,
you said Madden?
I know you trying to make it worse for me. I
No, no,
understand.
no,
no, no.
no.
So I'll give you an example. So this league has 30 right now. It has 30 members in it. Well, there's
Okay.
32 teams. So 2 teams was probably operated by a computer. Maybe somebody quit or something. So
Mm-hmm.
right now, the EMG stands for Elite Madden Gaming. So these fellas,
Madden.
I
Okay.
know I know one of my buddies is from Louisiana, so I know him. We've been playing. He sent me an invite to the league. We play Call of Duty together, and I was like, man, and I generally buy every Madden that's ever came out to the last 15 years. You know, even if I don't play it, it's just something in you. It's Madden's coming out, you got to get it right.
Okay.
And so he invites me to this league. Now I picked up a team. It was year 2. So it wasn't like the first year. I had
Mm-hmm.
nothing to do with the team. I picked up the Miami Dolphins. Well, I didn't choose the team. They gave me the team. Hey, you're gonna be the Dolphins because it's the only spot we got in the league. I'm just trying to, have a little competition.
Mm-hmm.
So they called me. They sent me they sent me to group me, and then we get on. They have a draft. So there's a draft. So it's college players that come up every year. So it's draft night. So you know how every game has a chat room, right? They have these big chat rooms. So everybody's in the draft talking about who they going to draft. I'm not educated. I ain't picked up nobody. I ain't scouted nobody because you have to scout the players in the game. So there's, you scout the college players, everything. Like this game is dynamic, man. You got head coaching. You can fire your coach. You can change your playbook, whatever you want, right? So I'm like, so we in this chat room, we talking crazy. They like, DC, you weak, man. I played you like 3 years back, right? And I'm like, man, you ain't never played me. Like, no, I remember you, right? So, I like to talk a little crazy, have a little fun. I'm like, man, I'm going to the playoffs this year. Starting out the gate, I'm coming out. I said, I started naming team. I got the Steelers. I got the Patriots. Oh, I'm going to be at least 4-1 in the first 5 weeks.
Okay. All right.
Man, I came out the gate. First man that played me, I threw 8 interceptions. One game. 8 interceptions. And so the thing about it, the league has these rules. You can't, how you play somebody and they cheese and they using the same play. There's play limitations. You can't run the same play more than 2 times in a row.
Okay.
So you can't run the same defense. If you want to sit and cover 3, you can't do it. You got to change. It make you work on your game.
Wow.
And actually, so what's updated in this season, really, when I started in the league, you can pick your play. You might run it twice, and then you might run another play, then go back to your play. Well, now they just added this feature. I don't know how it's in the game, but they added it. Once you run that play, you can't run it for at least the next 5 plays.
Okay. Wow.
So when you on offense and you might run a halfback dive in single back formation. You can't run that halfback dive unless you go to you might have to go to I formation, halfback dive. You might have to go to weak halfback dive, right? But it locks it out. It's a pretty good feature because it makes you have to go to other plays, right? And it kind of makes you tap into the game. So that's a great feature, man. But yeah, don't make me talk about them 8 interceptions. No, I don't want to. This is the bad part. It's going global because Jassy TV is international. So everybody gonna know just now that I got shattered with 8 interceptions.
That's all right. There's always next season, man. So
there's always next season.
That's how you got to look at it, right?
Hey, there's next season. And it's not how many times you lose, it's how many times you get up, man. Keep trying.
All right.
That's what we teaching the kids, right? You keep trying, right? How many times did we fall off the bicycle? Well, I fell off the video game bicycle majorly this season. Like, do you know, and that feeling when you get that win? So.
Yeah. All right, man. Yeah, I didn't know that Madden was that robust, man. Like I said, I stopped playing Madden after a while, man, and just got into competitive gaming, clan matches and stuff like that, playing against people like you just mentioned across the globe and, talking trash and, trying to improve my game, having custom matches and stuff with players I play with so that we can work on strategies and stuff like that. Like that's the stuff I really started focusing on, man, was like third-person shooters, first-person shooters, and stuff like that. So right now, I think that you're playing shooters now, right? Like you play a lot of Warzone, right?
Now, I will tell people this. When I was a young guy, man, all I played was sports, man. You wasn't catching me on. Other than I didn't get into a shooter until James Bond.
Remember okay.
With the 4 windows.
Yeah, GoldenEye.
That's what it was. That was Nintendo 64, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So that's the first and only shooter I started playing. And then you remember Call of Duty came out.
Well, I didn't play 1, 2, or 3. I started at 4.
Which one? Okay, so they had a Call of Duty, man, with backpacks on, these jetpacks, and you was jumping up in the air flying. I said, man, I'm not playing this kind of game, man. Give me some old real. I got in the
boots on the ground.
Boots to the floor, man. Boots to the floor.
Right.
I like Battlefield. You could hop in the tank. It was kind of more realistic.
Yeah.
And then they made Call of Duty. I think it was Black Ops 3, I want to say.
Okay.
Black Ops 3. So I got into that, kind of got into, the talking to people in the game. I was okay. I wasn't elite. I'm still not an elite Call of Duty player. I can hold my own, and we'll get a lot of dubs because to me, at the end of the day, it's all about the mental toughness and the ability to lead. See, you still have to gain skills on the game. See, let me tell you, I'm gonna give you a secret. See, because there are shooters in the game. I know this great shooter, man. I'm gonna put him out there. His name is Magna B. Carter. The
Mm-hmm.
man is an assassin.
Yeah, okay.
He is an
Yeah.
assassin.
Yeah.
This man will carry you on his own 2 guns, right? But my challenge sometimes he won't admit it, but I had to teach him a little bit of leadership. Right?
Oh,
Like, man,
really?
you can't just be running around, right? I mean, I'm talking about you got somebody. See, you could take a player with no skills at all, right? And he should be able. If you're a great athlete, I'm a member. I think I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but I know you had Kobe Bryant, you had Michael Jordan, you had Magic Johnson, you had players like that were great leaders that help anybody win, right? How do we know who Craig Hodges is today? Because he played with Michael Jordan and he was shooting threes at the All-Star game. But that's all you knew about Craig Hodges, right? You didn't know he had 3 rings. He got the chip because he was with the GOAT, right? And I'm not saying Magna B. Carter's the GOAT. I'm not because it's just tough for me to say, but he is really, really good, right? But acquired leadership, see these games, you have to get on a game and you have to have a strategic plan in place, right? Because you can't be shoot 'em up, bang, bang, and you the only shooter, right? I'm playing with 3 other guys that can't shoot. Uh, 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 he can't shoot. If you got 100 people lined up in a cluster, he can't
So
shoot them,
can't
right?
shoot fish in a barrel.
He can't shoot a hole in the bucket, right?
Yeah.
And so I was like, bro, you gotta slow it down, man, because you seeing stuff that I just don't see. Like I'm an old. It was funny. This is a funny story. I playing with my guy Bumpers out of North Carolina. His name is Bumpers, and we was catching. We be catching dubs. We getting these wins, and I met him on the game. Real cool guy, right?
Mm.
And so I'm landing in because you jump out of a plane
Right. Mm-hmm.
every game, every match. And I don't know if he was buying me back or it was the first match. And I'm jumping out of the plane. So I'm kind of gliding in. He said, hey, D. He said, DC, man, how old are you? I'm like, man, what you trying to say? He's like, he said, man, you fly kind of funny, right? He could tell how I was landing in, like I'm gliding in all slow, right? He's like, man, what's wrong with you? And so what happened was I was like, man, I got to get better. So it kind of made me like, recognize, okay. And then there's another guy, I got a guy, his name T. Harris, man. This guy, now he's a good player. He's a great leader in the game, right? You might not get in a lot of gunfights. This man might, you see this bush right here? We're going to sit in this bush. I think the map is going to end around here. We're going to sit in this bush. Then he'll say, while you sitting in the game, this is real life. He'll say, man, hold me down. I'm about to go make a sandwich. Like, and he from Louisiana. He said, boy, hold me down, man. I'm about to go make me a sandwich. Right? I said, man, what you talking about? He said, yeah, I'm about to make a sandwich, man. I'll be right back. Lo and behold, the gas is coming in. All right, man. All right, you see this guy right here? Bam! I shot him out the air, right? He said, "Oh, did y'all see that? I sniped him out the helicopter." I said, man, I don't have no bullets. I don't got no gas, man. He said, but don't worry, man. We gonna get somebody's stuff, but you just gotta hold this spot. Don't make too much noise, and we be all right. And I said, man, so it's different contrast of styles. So you go from playing with Magna Carter, who running around trying to kill everybody, and you playing with this other guy, he want to hide in the bush. I said, man, I got to come with a strategy. So what I did was I took some of Carter's strategy and I took some of T. Harris strategy, and then I got myself. So I'm sitting at about 110 wins right now in Warzone. I feel pretty. I stopped playing just Warzone. I got into Rebirth Island. Rebirth Island is a very fast paced. It's like Team Deathmatch, man, but it's very fast paced. Like, I mean,
Is that Alcatraz Island?
well, on Black Ops 3, it was Alcatraz Island.
Okay.
On Warzone, it's called Rebirth Island. It's the same island. I don't know
Mm,
if it's based off Alcatraz or whatnot, but it's just called Rebirth Island. But it's very, very fast paced. Like the match is no longer than 15 minutes. But I think the island only has 40 people on it, 40 or 50 people. So
okay.
in that match, you go from I mean, the game ends pretty fast, but it's very intense because it's not as big of a map. So it's not that it ain't no camping too much, right? You can hide in a jail cell for a little bit, but other than that, it ain't too much camping. You got to get your gun skills up. And that's what it's really about. And even while we on the topic, man, we got to get some guys, some Call of Duty training out there. So we're calling, Jashi TV is calling for all you real shooters that think you shoot. Now we ain't talking about these hackers. I ain't talking about nobody that's wall hacking and of course you could you should be able to shoot if you cheating and you see everything, right? I'm
Right.
not talking about that. I'm talking about somebody that's elite with at least like a 1.7 KD ratio, 1.5, right? Now I'm not now Josh, man. What my problem is, and you're a gamer. From what I've seen, some of your clips, the laydowns, the 15 kills in a row. I'm sure you got more than that. You go 30-6 in a match. You one of them guys I yell at the screen and ready to throw my remote at the TV,
No, man.
right?
No.
But there's I played multiplayer last night on
Uh,
war on
Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare, man. So
Okay.
our lobby got a little big. I had some buddies on. Then they had their buddies. So we ended up
Hmm.
having like five people in our thing. So we played multiplayer, and I haven't played multiplayer, so I'm not familiar with the maps too much. It's been a while since I got back on it.
Right.
Man, I got on. They was lasering me so much. I said, man, get me out of here. I'm not playing this. It was crazy. I said, I'm
Back to
not playing this.
Warzone.
I said, man, I got to get back to something I'm familiar with. I feel like
Yeah.
you're telling me, man, I'm going to get in Warzone. They're going to laser me. See, but the
Yeah.
thing about Warzone, you're not going to get lasered because it's not, you will run into some killers, but it's not that confined space where I'm just gonna sit in this little square of a. See, the playing multiplayer is just like sitting in it. You see how we in this box, man? When you get on the Zoom call, you on the box. That's how
Yeah.
playing multiplayer is. You in the box, but when you, but when you,
Okay.
but when you get in Warzone, you are in an open, wide world. So
Yeah. Yeah. So
that's the difference.
let me ask you because this whole uh this whole like battle royale thing is, I want to say, became popular with a game called Player Unknown Battlegrounds. I know you probably didn't play. It's called PUBG. Uh,
I have heard of PUBG. I never played it. Now my boy Harris, the one I tell you, he
yeah.
still plays PUBG.
Yeah, I have a friend, man, who plays PUBG, man, and like I'll watch his streams. Shout out to Melly Mel Chopper, man, and
That's it.
he's a
What's the
killer,
screen name?
man.
What is the screen name?
Melly Mel, I think it's 713 Houston.
Does he play
Yeah,
on
man.
PlayStation?
Nah, he's a Xbox, man. He's an Xbox guy.
I might have ran into Melly Man. I might have to look at my friends list, man. I play with him.
He's getting dubs, man. He's getting chicken dinners every time, man. Just about, you know. But I think after that, it went to Fortnite.
Fortnite, yeah.
Became one of those battle royale games, and then I think that Call of Duty was like the last one, maybe
Black
Apex
Ops 3.
Legends or
Black
something
Ops
like
3.
that. But I never ever played any battle royale game. Like, what do you think is the infatuation with it? Like, why is it so popular?
So
Like, why do you enjoy it?
the reason that what has taken it over the top. So multiplayer, you may have 16, no more than 20 people in the lobby, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Max. Because
Hmm.
maybe you might
Most,
have
yeah,
eight on eight. You may have some. I think now they have some 10-on-10s, few and far
yeah,
between. But when you get a world of 150 people, and you got your four boys, your four amigos, in the game with you, like boys. Like just imagine your neighborhood boys. Like,
Yeah.
man, we finna go play doorbell ditch like that, like them
Yeah.
boys,
Yeah.
right? So you be like,
Hmm.
come on, man, let's go get this action, right? So you go into an area and you say, man, we gonna drop here. So and I think in Black Ops what it was, and so you gotta think I'm a little older. So all my boys was older, right? So
Hmm.
we was getting murdered by kids. Like I
Okay.
got
Yeah.
some friends to this day, man, that I'm like, bro, you just it's like they movement is like an old man. They turn like like left
Jagged
to
up.
right, like they drag like man, what do you
Like
well
they're
you see
using
how
the
they
D-pad.
yeah, how they open the box up and everything, they looking around the room. Like, man, it's just it's crazy, man. Shout
Yeah.
out to R man.
Oh, man, you called him out.
Shout out to R man. Boy, I gotta, nah, but he's getting better.
All
But what's
right.
funny is so we used to play uh Black Ops 3 together. And we would get laser, but I think what it is when you catch a dub, when you get that chicken dinner and you with your boys and the it's like that hoorah, right? After you
Yeah.
celebrate,
Okay.
man, and it was hard because man, I'm talking about when you talking about people that wasn't, like we ain't. I mean, we come from the days of Atari, Sega Master System,
Yeah.
Nintendo 64.
Hmm.
Like taking a kid today, you have, I think, even your son, different ones that he plays with. They
Hmm.
invite me to. Actually, this is a funny story. I call your son Money Mike, by the way, on the game. I call him
Oh,
Money Mike.
okay.
Shout out to Bad Boys, right? So
Okay.
I call him Money. Every time I get in the lobby, 2K lobby, I'm like, who's in here? So everybody start yelling out, it's me, it's me, it's me. I say, hey, Money Mike, right? So
Yeah.
like they invited me to play 2K.
All right.
Now these kids are into my player. That's I think that's the next thing I have to get into because I more so play the whole team.
Traditional.
I
Yeah.
play traditional. I control the whole team.
Yeah.
I can,
Okay.
even the 2K leagues that I play in, it's more of controlling the whole team. Well, what's gotten popular is you get in the pro-am league, right? As your individual player, and you playing with a bunch of random players in a pro-am game, and you try to get your stats up, right? Like you trying to go in there and drop buckets. Well, they were playing, I think 3-on-3 on my court or something, so I get in. It's a bunch of, I mean, these kids is 11. What's your son, 12 now?
Yeah.
12. I got some 12-year-olds, 11-year-olds, 9-year-olds. And I know all these kids, right? So they like,
Hmm.
hey, Uncle D, Uncle Dave. Right. So I'm
Right.
like, cool, I'm like, put me on. They like, his players are look, his players are 86 rating. They all like in the 90s, right? I'm like, I get buckets.
Yeah.
I'm like, what y'all in? Who's gonna pick up Uncle Dave, right? I'm like, oh. Right,
The
so I'm like,
last dodgeball player picked, huh?
so I'm like, oh, okay, that's how we doing it, right? So I lock up somebody, right? Get on the court, we playing 3-on-3, and they was like, oh, he ripped you, right? Because I steal the ball from this youngster, right?
Yeah.
They're like, oh man, how you get ripped by Uncle Dave? You weak. But it was so much fun because even in that, right? So you have generations that you can connect with today. Like,
Yep. Yep.
when am I going to run into a 12-year-old outside of on a video game? Or, you might have nephews, nieces, and stuff that you don't get to spend that quality time with. Or you got to get into their world. So it allowed me to get
Hmm.
access to their world, right? Shout out again to Money Mike. I don't know his username no more, but I call him Money Mike. So that's what it is to me. Shout out to little Money Mike and they got this crew, man. It's funny because they really enjoy playing with people that they know. Like to
Yeah.
get on with your
Yeah.
parents or something like that, or even friends of your parents. Man, they was sending me invite. They was like, man, can we run this with you? Man, they was sending me so many invites. I'm inside my Call of Duty game getting all these invites. My screen is blowing up on the top left. I'm like, hey man, y'all gonna have to stop sending me all these invites.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, y'all need to go to sleep. All right, Uncle Dave, we're going to bed. Your parents know you on the game, right? They like, maybe we
Yeah.
stop inviting Uncle Dave because he started asking us we supposed to be online and stuff to do our homework. But no, so again, to answer the question, it was really when I got the opportunity to know I can play with my friends
Hmm.
that I grew up with, even though he wasn't the best, but it made us work. So it's even guys that I still play with I got my guy Oak Fire. I got Always 909. I got Zealclad. I got Nova Star. These are guys that I run with. We may not be the best, but don't catch us on the wrong alley because we might wipe you out. All right. So, and then when we wipe you out, now there's guys I play with and I expect to get dubs, right? MG Brown, T Harris, Mellow, High Type. I got all kind of, man. My friends list is deep, man. So I'm always collaborating, putting games together. We're working on private matches and things like that. But even in that, it's not always about the win. It's the thrill of the competition. Now, I do go for the dub. Don't be sitting around and be asking me a bunch of questions like, hey, what we about to do? Man, you got a gun and I got a gun. What you think we about to do?
About to
Video game wise. Video game wise. We talk about video.
Yeah.
So no, but it's a lot of fun, man. So I got guys that I run with though that when we get out there, we going to kill. Swaggy Ken, Sleepy, Magna Carter, Baghdaddy, Daddy Tone. Like these guys out here, these is real natural born killers. You catch them, hey man, they might mess say. I'm a little biased now, but these guys, man, they will wipe you down. So when I say wipe you down, this was where it came from. Not that ain't that old song they talk about. Wipe you down is when you get that team wipe and you get that noise, team wipe, right? Like the whole team is gone. There you hear, oh, he's coming, right? You get that kill speech. I know you showed us that kill speech. You showed me the
kill audio, yeah.
That kill audio. Oh, here he comes, right there. Oh, it's another one, right? Like, hey, man, what's funny is I'm old school. You remember how we used to be like, your mama? So when I kill people, I be like, your mother. Oh, man, they be like, oh, he got me, right? And it's so fun. It was funny, though, the other day, shout out again to Magna V. Carter, man. We was in this private match. Now, he's an elite player. But I wiped his whole squad, and he was the last victim.
Oh, really?
Oh, man. He was like, no, where you guys at? Oh, man, it was the greatest feeling on earth. And it was for the win. So I celebrated like I had just won the championship, right? And again, man, it's really about that fun, man. So when you get, and the thing about that made that so fun, because it was a private match, I think your son was in it too. It was like 20 of us that we knew each other. And then we had a bunch of random people, but we was inviting just people on our friends list. And it shows you who you kill. So you like, oh, I got, oh, because I didn't even know it was him, right? Like, it's a difference when you know who you
yeah, yeah.
But I didn't know until I heard that kill audio. He was like, no. And I was like, oh, I got Magna V. Carter.
Yeah. Not knowing who it is makes things a bit easier, man. Because if you know who it is, you're all right, man. I got to be very, very strategic in my approach to this gunfight.
Yeah, if I probably would have known who it was, I probably would have hid behind a rock, man. But that kilo, I just let that kilo, man. So shout out to the kilo, man.
See, I don't even.
That's a gun.
That's a gun. Okay.
So you got your so
DMR is the one I hear all.
Right now, what is popping is the Mac 10 and the DMR and the Type 63. Those is all your Cold War guns. They're in Warzone as well. But the Kilo is Modern Warfare's throwback, and I just love. I mean, my gun weighs, it's a lot. I'm a big guy, so I carry a lot of weight. So I don't need to be that fast in the game. No way. I like to run at my speed. So I got 100-round Kilo, man.
Okay. Is that an LMG?
100-round Kilo LMG.
Okay.
And I'm lighting you up. I don't want to run out of bullets when I'm shooting, man. Because
I'm an LMG player too.
I'm not gonna say that my aim is always the best, but if I got 100 rounds, I'm gonna keep letting it rip until I hit you. Oh man, so I had a 100-round Kilo clip, man, and it was on.
Yeah, I can admit that just the thinking about going against 150 players with your crew, like that sounds like something that really could be exciting, man, especially if you get down to the nitty gritty, man. You're like, all right, man, we got, it looks like we have 10 players left, man, 4 squads or whatever. I can see how that can.
And what you just said right there, Josh, was So you always know in the top right corner how many teams are left. You counting the people. Oh man, it's 15 people left, and we got all four of us. So that means it's only 11 left. Man, we down to this many teams. Oh man, we almost got it. And then what happens is, as the circle gets smaller and smaller, you stop looking at that number because now your heart is racing, right?
Okay.
Then your boy go down, right? You're like, oh, where was he at? Oh, oh, I lost one. Then imagine this, man. You the last man on your crew left. 6 people left. You hit the wall. So there's strategies now. I'm more like I'm gonna hit this wall. I'm gonna start thinking now. I'm gonna let 3 of these guys get whacked off by somebody because there's always a high hog in here. Let the high hog deal with 3. Then you realize you down to the last 2. You might pop one lay down, he get down and he dragging, trying to get to his teammate. You say, where's his teammate? I know he coming. I did one earlier, matter of fact. This was classic. I was running with Nova Star. We was on Rebirth Island. And we in the final circle, and it's 2 versus 2. I run out of it's a building. I run out into like the hills going towards the prison. The team got to come out. They got to come to me. My boy Nova, he run decoy. He get down, bop, bop, right? So I'm like, oh, I know they coming, right? So I say, well, I either got to hope they come out and I can see them, or I got to airstrike the whole building.
Okay.
I threw an airstrike on my boy.
Oh,
I threw the airstrike on my boy. He had himself revived, but I said, man, I can't risk it. I get that. One of them is down, right? I say, oh, he got one. Next thing I know, his boy trying to get him up. Blah, 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 blah. The airstrike got him. Game winning victory. We yelled out, Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Game winner. Oh man, that was so much fun, man. And it's fun because you got your boy. It's like you back on the gridiron on the football field, right? All your boys that you was competitive with, that you was trying to get trophies and championships with, you could do it. You could relive it again in your old age.
Okay.
Let's wear
That's what games,
and
man.
tear.
That's what games allow, man.
Let's wear and
Games
tear,
allow
man.
us, to continuously compete, man, from the confines of our home. And I was actually watching that there's some streamers, man, that are like disabled, man, that are good. And I
Right.
was like, man, that's outstanding, man. That games give people, like, everyone, it gives everybody an avenue, man, to compete
Games give you
and connect with other
games
people.
give you hope, Josh. Games give you hope.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah,
you can be in a depressed state,
yeah. That's
learn
true.
how to play a video game, and it gets you like there's people that don't have friends.
Yeah, that's true
I
too.
I don't know. We kind of maybe we can. I don't know. We talked about bullying or not, but you could run into bullies and stuff and not have a lot of friends, but then you can get on a game and begin to make friends with people
Yeah,
and build relationships. Like
yeah,
man, oh,
yeah,
that was you're a nice guy, right? You got a guy, man. You're really good in the game, right? You ever meet somebody like that, man? Can
yeah,
I come with you again, right?
yeah,
And you
yeah,
never know, man. You might make somebody's day, man, and that's what it's all about, man. It's a
yeah,
game at the end of the day.
yeah. I agree, man. I've made a lot of connections with people, man, just through gaming, man, and people that without this form of communication, I'd never meet them. I'm not traveling the world all the time and going everywhere, man, but I got people on my friends list that I know that I've played with over 15 years in Germany, for
Right.
example, man. I can call out right now, and add to a party, man, and go, pub stomp on some games, man. So it's like the connection that you get from gaming, man, is really, really wonderful. And there's a lot of people out there that, you know, uh, like you mentioned, may not, be the most popular or whatever, may get bullied and stuff like that. But through games, man, they can begin to develop like strong bonds and stuff with people with this form of social interaction, man.
Hey, you just brought something to my attention because I just was thinking about it. I met this guy in Black Ops 3. His name is Amit, AMIT, out of Chicago. And it was funny. So we would get on Black Ops together. And we was running like, so, we exchanged. He was like, man, hit me up when you get online. We in time zones difference. He shoots me his number, whatever. We've been on the game. We was on the game we really used to play it all the time together. And I was selling my house
Okay.
a couple years back, right? So
Mhm.
and so I sold my house. I was selling my house, and I was gonna move to this newer house. My wife wanted whatever, so I'm on the game, and they have the camera on PS4 where your mic and everything can come out through your TV. Your
Mhm.
audio can come through the TV. So we and
Yeah.
him on the game, and my wife is coming home from work, and I'm like, "Hey, Amit, man, do me a favor, man. I want you to be like, hey, Miss Jones, y'all getting a new house. Y'all moving to that new house, right?" So he did this with me all on the game, bro. It was cool though. Like it was super fun.
Yeah.
And so even to this day, he doesn't really like Warzone as much. He more of a Black Ops 3 player. But
Okay.
I still hit him up. Hey man, what's up, man? He said, man, how the house going? And he always tell me when he has a cousin that stays in San Francisco. He said, man, when I come to the area, uh, I'm gonna come out and maybe we can get together, right? And so
Right.
we always talk about it. Like he knows the things I'm into. Like I go to church and different things like that. So we talk
Mhm.
about that. Even people like that, I'll be inviting them. Remember I told you my boy Bumpers.
Yeah.
So I run with some of my boys from church, and
Mhm.
it was funny. We caught this win. It was me. He was the only one that doesn't really go to my church. So it was me and maybe three other guys from my church. And he was like, "That's it, Church of the Latter Day, right?" And I said, "No, man, latter
Okay.
rain, man, latter rain, man." It's funny, but you know how people know you, right? Because
Yeah.
he knows
Yeah.
in my lobby, man, we don't be cussing, we ain't,
Yeah.
we don't
Mhm.
talk about certain things, but we have fun. Like telling somebody, yeah, your mother, right? We just having fun, man.
Right. Right.
We
Right.
tell her,
Right.
oh man, we don't really know your mother, man. Don't worry about it. Don't
Yeah.
worry about
Lighthearted banter,
it.
man.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's cool, but they know like because even in my thing, you can change your clan tag. We
Yeah.
had clan tag, COTLR, shout outs, right? Everybody
Mhm.
in the clan, regiments, whatever. So he was like, man, what is this COTLR about? It was cool because he was asking us and he was inquiring and he was like, oh man, I did realize none of y'all be in here cussing or nothing. He was like, yeah,
Yeah.
y'all,
Yeah.
y'all cool. So even my boy, our man, he's a firefighter, so he's with all the firefighters, all his boys we run with, right? I'll be like, man, what's up? I'll get to play with them. So it's just different. It's different genres of people that you would meet
Mhm.
or individuals in the world that you would collaborate with that you don't necessarily meet, right? Like imagine this. Now I can only imagine this. This hasn't happened to me, but uh, I have Snapchat, whatever, uh,
Mhm.
and you may follow a celebrity. Shout out to Big Hassan Whiteside. I forget his gamer tag, but I know he's big on Warzone. Hassan Whiteside, he plays for Sacramento Kings. Now he was with the Portland Trailblazers. But this guy would be on his snap, man. He'd be posting his dubs, right? He's out here catching dubs. Like imagine running into a lobby with Hassan Whiteside and you like, hey, what's up, Hassan? I'm trying to catch these dubs with you, right? Like you can meet, you don't even know it's really an athlete because it ain't saying their name. But
Right.
imagine just, befriending somebody on the game. And it
Yeah.
turned out to be, say, hypothetically speaking, it was LeBron. And you like, hey, LeBron, man. Ooh. He like, hey, man, no, this the real LeBron, right? And you like, what? You get down on the game. He's like, yeah, I'll get down on the game, right? And then imagine, I'm just using this as imagination
Yeah.
that this happening. Like, close your eyes and think about this, man. You meet somebody on a game, and then they take that time to invest in you. It could be a politician, it could be a judge, it could be an actor, it could be somebody's parent, wherever it
Mhm.
is, right? They might be like, man, you seem like a cool dude, man. Where you work at? What kind of work you do, right? Like, oh man, I'm gonna look out for you, man. We got any openings, right? You can
Right.
network
Right.
in these lobbies, man. It's
Yeah.
crazy because it's a whole nother world that we can tap into just by, you know, I hate to say it, making America great again, man. Like, it's really crazy. Like, shout out to whoever you voted for. As long as you voted, it's okay. I don't care. I'm not, hey, I could
Yeah.
care less, right?
Right.
I'm just in here to have fun.
Mhm.
Greatness is everywhere, man. Greatness is what you make out of it, man. At the end of the day, you gotta have fun. You gotta live, but it's not what you know. We living in a world. It's who you know, right? Like, who do you
Yeah.
know, right? Because we haven't attained anything on our own, right? It's always through somebody else. right? Whether it was your parent that paved the way for you, they parent that paved that way for you, right?
Mhm.
Some people had a silver spoon, some had a brown spoon. Don't matter the color of the spoon, as long as you get the spoon, man. So get the spoon. Make sure you're eating. Don't come out here like, man, we want to see Jashi T worldwide, global, man. Get into the movement, man. We want people, we're promoting having fun here on Jashi TV, man.
Yeah, that's right. That's
And that's
right.
why I had to come on this show, Jash, because it's an opportunity, man, to get my boy out there. My boy, now, keep in mind, he's coming to play in a Warzone lobby very soon. I'm putting it out there.
Yeah,
Jashi
I'll
TV
get on there eventually,
is
man.
coming to a lobby soon. And when he gets there, he's going to be prepared because he's going to have see, Jash, I know you understand this. Yourself being a business-minded man, I think you're in some type of management, I'm sure, or
Yeah.
you always have been. You always surround yourself with good people. So when we put your Warzone team together, we're going to make sure you got some killers around. You're not just going to go down like a sucker, right? So, you ain't
I
always got to be
appreciate
the
that,
best.
man.
You ain't always got to be the best, but you put yourself with skilled people that make you look the best. That's what you're supposed to do. See, a brilliant mind is this. It's not that. See, Phil Jackson just had a brilliant mind. They mad like, oh, he coached Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal. Well, duh, wouldn't you want that?
Yeah.
You're here to coach to win championships.
Right.
Why wouldn't you want the best team around you? Right? It's like Kevin Durant, Kyrie, and James Harden just got together here recently, right? Like, duh, they're trying to get championships. Don't be mad at the big three because they had, hey, man, Alon, if you can't, they used to have this old saying, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. No, we're not allowing you to hack. Cut it out. That's false. If you're cheating, you're trash. That's really it. But if you collaborate with people that's playing the game the right way, there's nothing wrong with surrounding yourself with talent. And if you got to get carried to a dub, at least you got carried. Hey, my dub list don't say I got carried. It don't say I got carried.
That's true. That's true.
You just say I know how to win.
I know for myself, I gotta contribute, man.
Okay, hold on.
But I do gotta start somewhere, though.
Let me ask you a question then. You said you gotta contribute, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a real life strategy here. I've played with Magna B. Carter,
and
Magna B. Carter might have 15 kills, and I might have 3, 4, right? But I will share this with you. Let's say Magna B. Carter goes into a gunfight and dies, right? He kills the gulag and dies.
Okay.
Somebody got to bring him back.
Yeah.
So if you ain't spent that money to bring him back, if you ain't did that scavenger to bring him back, then you ain't did nothing. But if I brought you back, I contributed. So everybody has a part in the game.
Everyone has a role.
Look, whether you the medic, whether you the money man, whether you the killer, you got a role in the game, man. So I'm tired of people saying, oh, man, you didn't get enough kills. You didn't do this. Hey, man, at the end of the day, my list say the dub on my name, man. Dubs up, man. Like the Warriors, we winning. So we out here just to win.
All right, man. I think this is a good note to end on, man. You had a lot to contribute, man. I really appreciate you taking the time and coming out on Gamer Gab tonight, man. So I'm going to go ahead and shut us down. But before I do, you have anything else that you want to say to the people that are going to listen?
Hey, man, listen. I think coming soon, I'm just going to put it out there because I want to be back. But when I come back on Jashi TV, I need a segment. And it's going to be called Raw Fish, man.
Raw Fish.
Raw Fish. Look for it. I'm coming back, Raw Fish. Because I'm raw, and if you weak, you a fish. So I'm going to give it to you uncut, straight. I'm not going to dilute my context. Man, I'm just giving people the facts, man. Like I said, man, whether you voted for this guy, whether you voted for that guy, whether you're a Republican, whether you're a Democrat, whether you're a gamer or you're not a gamer, it's all about fun, man. We're just here to have fun, good, clean fun, good context, make connections, shake a hand, make a friend, keep it pushing. If you're not positive, keep it pushing. We don't want none of that on Jashi TV, man. We all about positivity.
That's right.
Positivity and publication, man. Positivity and publication.
Yeah, we chilling and vibing, man.
So I got to give a few shout outs before I go, Jazz.
All right, have that.
My boy R-Man, Oak Fire, Nova Star, Zillclad, Always 909, Swaggy Ken, Daddy Tone, Magna B. Carter, Baghdaddy, man. All these guys I'm running with. Shout out to Money Mike, though. Don't forget Money Mike and the crew, man. Money Mike, you got
Yeah.
Zan, you got Rye, man. All these youngsters out here, real gamers on the up and coming. We
Yep.
doing it live, man. Nowhere else is you gonna have more fun than Jassy TV, man. Connect with you. Hey, I'm looking. Hey, when I catch you in Cold War, though, I'm coming. Cause when I catch you, I'm gonna have you on my Q audio too, bro.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna make sure it's good too, man. I got
Hey,
you. All
I
right.
want you to, hey, when I kill you, just keep that Q audio, and you better say something.
I'll clip it too, man. I got you.
Oh man.
I got you. All right, DC Jones, man. I appreciate your time. Thank you, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed this discussion. If so, please click like if you agree or you disagree with any of the comments or you want to hear us elaborate a little bit more. I'm definitely going to have DC Jones back probably real soon. Make sure that you leave a comment, like this video, also subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also follow me on Twitch and Twitter at Jashi TV. Enjoy your week and hope to see you all next time.